Savage Fendi, baller Casio, designer purse. Let's hit the mall, I put you on the Bath and Body Work. Barely button, titty pierce and pull you out that shirt. Niggas bricking in your DM cause it never worked. Savage Fendi, baller Casio, designer purse. Let's hit the mall, I put you on the Bath and Body Work. Barely button, titty pierce and pull you out that shirt. Niggas bricking in your DM cause it never worked. Like Chris with this ball, money rich like I'm Paul. I got chips in this wall, this a rich nigga law. Take your panties in your bra, doggy style when I hit. Baby tatted with them paws, and you fucking with the dog. I ain't tryna have no babies, but I wanna hit it raw. Sometime I'm lost up in the feeling when I'm sipping alcohol. Staring at you when you naked, I don't ever see your flaws. Baby only 5'3", but I can see she standing tall. Baby stepping like a trooper, and she really with it all. She wake up to natural beauty, always looking like a dog. Said her daddy named her Autumn, and she bout to make me fall. I just bought a Cuban bracelet, should've laced it diamonds pink. I just had to get you something, I done had no time to think. Cause every time I think about you, send that text, I wanna link. Drop a bag on the Bahamas, Cali got you acting stink. Parachuting over water, dinner service with a drink. Savage Fendi, baller Casio, designer purse. Let's hit the mall, I put you on the Bath and Body Work. Barely. What's the good old big deal with the good old people, man? It's your boy Young Ant Jefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead, like and subscribe, because it don't cost you nothing to press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'm going to bring you mail. What's the good old big deal with the good old people? It's Hot Topics with your boy Young Ant Jefe. And the recipient of Hot Topic is Young Ant Jefe himself in the viral way. So, yesterday, very controversial topic. A lot of things said. People gonna have their opinion. But I am the recipient, so what I say goes. And I'm gonna set the narrative straight where it concerns my person. First and foremost. So, yesterday, which was Wednesday, I had hosted No Jumper News. The day before that, which was Tuesday, I had did the No Jumper live show, me, Adam, and Munchie B. We do that show. Before we do that show, I didn't have a clear understanding on a business aspect of something, so I had asked Munchie B a question. And when I had asked Munchie B that question had led me to Josh. So Josh is somebody else who is employed by Adam at No Jumper. So once I asked Josh the question I wanted to know the answer to, because he wasn't in at No Jumper on that Tuesday I had came in, Josh was like, man, just come back on Wednesday, sit down, chop it up with me, and we'll square everything, it's nothing. I'm like, for sure. So, after I had left Tuesday, No Jumper, probably left like around 7 something, 8ish, get back to LA like 9ish, get back, run a few errands, play with the kids, go outside, handle some business, as well, go get some good stew time in. So, amongst that, probably get back in the house 2, 3ish, already knowing that I gotta get up and go back to No Jumper and be there by 11:30. Now, usually when I go out to No Jumper, I have to be there by 4 o'clock p.m. So I just did the 4 o'clock p.m. trip. Then the next day, after doing everything and trying to catch up, I accept to be there at 11:30 a.m. So, do the stew, get a few hours of sleep in, hop up a little bit, shower, dress. On top of that, most of the time I go to No Jumper with different people. So, this is on the whim. So usually when I do go to No Jumper with somebody, whoever it's going to be, I take with me, hey, Brody, look, Bob, you know what I'm saying? We that way. You know what I'm saying? 24-hour notice, 6-hour notice, something that gives somebody some time. So I'm running short, tap in with one of my men. He like, hey, yeah, for sure. I'm going to go with you. Bam. Go pick him up. Shower up, dress before I go pick him up. Go pick him up. He come down. We make our way to No Jumper. We get to No Jumper. I'm walking in No Jumper. See Whack 100. Stop. Holler at Whack 100 for a minute. Make my way into No Jumper. By the time I get into No Jumper, time had lapsed for me to holler at Josh what I need to holler at him about. So we go right into No Jumper News. Y'all see the No Jumper News. Amongst the No Jumper News, I had fell asleep because I was tired. I wasn't, really running on too much energy. So everybody see that I got this 7-Eleven double cup. And they coming out, oh, he off the lean. That's the lean now. Oh, he off the heroin now. This and that. And a lot of y'all don't know what y'all talking about. For one, I don't have a problem if it wasn't lean. But it wasn't lean. Just because you see somebody double cup doesn't mean that they're off lean all the time or that they're off lean any of the time. The double cup method is to keep your stuff cold. I can have some Mountain Dew in there, a pineapple soda, or whatever soda, juice, sometimes sweet tea off Manchester and Normandy. You know what I'm saying? Being that they running low on the styrofoam cups, I could put it in the 7-Eleven cup, whatever. For whatever reason, I'm double cupped up. Don't mean that I'm sipping on lean. The method is to keep whatever you have in this cup cold. And on top of that, I got a bar and a method for y'all. Wayne told y'all. Moneybag Yo told y'all in the Waukesha song, man, don't worry about what's in my cup. But me falling asleep on No Jumper was due to sleep. I didn't have that much sleep. But however, Viral Way tapped in, and a few people, my supporters tapped in, like, hey man, Viral Way slick this and this is slick this and that. So I went ahead and watched it. I'm gonna play what Viral Way had to say, and y'all already know it's the Hef Way and the Hef Effect. We're gonna commentate.
When we go to No Jumper, even when they have us hosting, they have topics that they want us to discuss because they know a large portion of their supporting audience is low IQ, low vibrational, low level fucking idiots that is entertained by people doing this. Oh yeah, yeah. That's what they entertained by. Like, you didn't hear me when I was talking to Ralphie? I said, damn, cuz, like, how is niggas entertained by niggas just drinking lean and going to sleep? Y'all niggas crazy as fuck. Like, they are, the shit they entertained by, I couldn't fathom being entertained by. My brain does not travel that low to be entertained by the shit they entertained by. I notice when I go over there. Like, having healthy dialogue and actually talking and conversing like a person with a brain is a turnoff for most of the audience over there. It's mind-boggling. They're on a podcast, which the entire basis of a podcast is dialogue. Before podcasts became, before they added the video aspect of a podcast, it was radio only. Podcast started as audio only. The majority of podcast listeners listen to audio only. Yet, when we go to No Jumper, the audience doesn't want any dialogue. They don't want any conversation. They want antics and stupid shit for 2 hours straight. And that's entertainment. Talking with a brain, using your brain, is called boring over there. This is not me dissing No Jumper. Shout out to No Jumper. You feel me? Shout out to Gang and them. I'm talking about their audience. They're fucking idiots. The majority. There's pockets of people who appreciate real dialect. How the fuck do you come to watch a podcast and say people talking on a podcast is boring when the entire basis of a podcast is to talk? Imagine you're riding in your car on the radio, listening to a podcast on the radio. How do you listen to how do you listen to somebody sleep? Imagine you stuck in traffic. You like, I want to listen to a podcast today. And the entire podcast is drug addicts that's nodding off. Make it make sense, gang. And then they laugh. Oh man, you seen how he was asleep? Clowns. This I know they little ass kids. No, this ain't about Aunt Jefe. I know Aunt Jefe was asleep today. Shout out to Aunt Jefe. Because on his channel, he be talking that shit. This ain't sneak dissing Aunt Jefe. Aunt Jefe just so happened to fall asleep today. I mentioned this before Aunt Jefe fell asleep today. Go watch the episode with me and Ralphie when we got into it about the stinks. I brought up people's lean addiction. I said, how is it cool or entertaining to be on liquid heroin and fall asleep and the fans are entertained by the shit? It just so happened that Aunt Jefe fell asleep today. Not saying he was on lean. I don't know what the fuck Aunt Jefe do. He just fell asleep today. But this ain't a sneak diss to Aunt Jefe. Because I already said this. Like, it's documented. Go watch the episode that I had with Ralphie. We was on No Jumper last Friday. Like, Brick Baby used to do that. Brick Baby used to fall asleep. I done seen countless motherfuckers over there fall asleep, and these little dumbass, I ain't gonna say dumbass. I'm gonna say dumbass. These little dumbass 16-year-old white kids in the burbs who've never been around gangs in their life but want to live vicariously through gangs is so entertained by dope fiends. It's crazy. I'm not entertained by fiends, nigga. I'm not. That shit lowers my vibration. I want dialect. I want to learn shit. When I sit back and I watch Joe Rogan and he bring a scientist on, he bring an archaeologist on, he brings a doctor on, and they feed us with new information. Like, damn, cuz, that's some shit I need to go study. That's entertaining to me. But when you got 16-year-old white boys or 16-year-old Hispanics dictating your content, that's a problem to me. Ain't no fucking teenagers gonna dictate my content or what the fuck I talk about as a grown man. It's not happening. Fuck is you talk? Like, it's not happening, gang. You gotta, yeah, like the majority of the No Jumper fan base is a bunch of little brazies and shit.
Okay, so a supporter of mine has sent me this and was like, hey, viral way slick dissing. So I'm like, okay, let me look into this. I get the video. The video is even longer than this clip right here that I played. But I get the video, and when he first, like, once he's shooting his shot, like, man, this is what y'all entertained by, people doing this and that. Being that I did fall asleep yesterday on the No Jumper News, I almost a little bit fed in to the BS and to the fake entrapment. Like, okay, is he shooting shots? Is he talking about me? But as he finished going on, he like, and I'm not talking about Young and Jefe. Shout out Young and Jefe. Yeah, he fell asleep today. But as he points out, he and Bent made this analysis and or assumption that this what captures the audience of No Jumper. Now, and I had to think about it as well. Being that it was fresh, that's the only way I could allow myself to fester or to feed in to the naive behavior and singling myself out like he talking about me, because I wasn't even on lean. That's for one. Number two, I'm not the first person to fall asleep on No Jumper. And no, I didn't fall asleep because it was boring. No, I didn't fall asleep because I was trying to be disrespectful. I fell asleep because I was deprived of sleep and I was running on low fumes and energy and had doubled back up to no jumper on a day that I don't usually double back up there on, and had been in the studio prior that morning to that. Just had came in. Probably only had about 2 or 3 hours of sleep. It was right up there. So his opinion is his opinion as far as the audience that watch No Jumper. You know what I'm saying? That's his opinion. I can never be mad at Viral Way for his opinion that who he feel that watch No Jumper. You know what I'm saying? That the analytics and stuff like that. It is what it is. But those are the supporters that give you the views, that give you the revenue. You know what I'm saying? A pay. So I think what even brought this topic on is that we had a No Jumper segment on Tuesday, and Brandon had came up, Defiant Brandon had came up, and Viral Way had came up, and they was basically like saying that Defiant Brandon make No Jumper boring, you know what I'm saying, with how intelligent he poses himself, and you know the smarts, you know what I'm saying, he portrays, and the smarts he shows. I'm not gonna say portray as if he not smart, but you know the character he portrays on No Jumper. You feel me? Like Adam was basically saying that people not cool with it. And then I think something was said about Viral Way. Then, you know, Munchie hopped in and was like, you know, shout out Viral Way. And as well, you know, shout out Viral Way. I ain't got to shout them out yet. You know, definitely, you know, rock with them. You know, it ain't never been no smoke. You know, they definitely, you know what I'm saying, you know, got some good content. You know, they definitely in them trenches and standing battle tested, you know, when it comes to the, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the blackness for sure. You know what I'm saying? You got to give them that. But yeah, so, you know, I watched this, and you know, for my folks that sent me this, man, I don't find no disrespect to what they saying, man. Their opinion is their opinion, and I wasn't off lean. And people think just because you double cup that you off lean. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't even off lean, you know what I'm saying? It was regular soda in the cup, you know what I'm saying? But we about to get into this clip of me falling asleep, and y'all already know it's the halfway and the half effect. We gonna commentate.
And you able to be high as a motherfucking kite off all that shit, you feel me? But me, like, my vice is your virtue. That's not fair to me.
So, nah, I get what you're saying, but you adding on to it when you doing what you just did. When you doing that, niggas gonna be
not because they're gonna say it, because here's the thing.
1 hour later.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Almighty is sometimes that nigga just won't even show. He'll be like, nigga, I ain't know.
Okay, so let's talk about Almighty real quick then.
Yeah, shouts to Almighty. Right?
Shouts to Almighty. What's the word with having Almighty make a podcast?
2 hours later.
Beyond like his fights being rigged, he's like fighting. Most of his opponents have been like kind of. I know.
And my boy fighting sleep.
I know.
I'm good. I'm over here. I'm listening.
I started looking. I was like, my nigga look like, hey, know who you remind me of? Who you look like? Damn, what's my nigga? Beanie Siegel. Hey, nigga, ever tell you like Beanie Siegel?
I'm over here letting Lush take over. Lush been going on one. I'm listening. I'm listening the whole time.
It's a bad sign for the podcast if I'm putting in Jefe to sleep.
This the second. No, you ain't putting me to sleep. I hear everything. This the second subject. Lush going on one.
A few minutes later.
Find what you like, you know. Just tap into what the fuck you fucking with. And this shit is
no, for sure. And this is like, you know, like Munchie yesterday. I know we have like 3 more super chats, but this fool Munchie the other day was all talking about how basically he agrees with Viral Way's narrative that if you're a rapper, you start doing podcasts that you're like it's a bad sign for your career.
I agree.
So you think that means that you're on a decline career-wise? I think in 2025 that's not necessarily true.
Nah, and I know he was referring to Ralphie in that situation. I look at it like this. I feel like if you are a top-tier rapper, you're not gonna have time to podcast.
So whoever cut this clip up and how they did this clip, edited and did their thing, they had cold piece because it wasn't no hour in, then 2 hours later. Now, We all had the segment. I just met Remo for the first time. Shout out to him as well. No disrespect to nobody on the pod. No disrespect to Lush. No disrespect to Remo, because that's who I was podding with. No disrespect to Josh, because he was in the room overseeing the pod. Now, Remo was directing most of his questions to Lush. So, it was like less interaction with me. Not that he was doing it on purpose. It's like, that's usually who he do content with, Lush, and he's probably more comfortable asking questions to Lush. He asked me a few questions, but most of the questions, if you pay attention, was asked to Lush. So me, sleep deprived, barely had no sleep, had to run back up here to No Jumper, just fresh out the studio that morning, running on low films, everything factoring in. Y'all not even factoring this in. I'm a big cookie smoker. I'm a big weed smoker. I smoke blunts back to back. Adam had pointed out on the Tuesday segment as well, like when they was clowning Lefty Gunplay about how he smoked meth. Adam was like, the way Lefty Gunplay smoked meth is how you be firing up them cookie blunts. Like, the way you like weed is how he like meth. He made the comparisons. The way I smoke weed and fire it back to back after I finish just smoking one, I don't even let the whole high set in. I just be blowing. I smoke Girl Scout cookies. You know what I'm saying? It's a crossbreed. You know what I'm saying? It's a basically a sativa and the indica. But it's a heavy smoke. So the way I'm smoking, I'm a person that's smoking like a zip a day. If you allow me in a space to where I get comfortable, a car, sitting down, in any place that I'm comfortable at and I'm high, I'm going to nod off in or fall asleep if my body get relaxed. So that's all that was. I was in No Jumper, you know what I'm saying? My people around, you know what I'm saying? I'm relaxed. I'm smoking. Remo and Lush interactions are more with each other than with me. So that frees me up to where I'm like, okay, I'm just chilling, and into the pod, I doze off. But during the doze off, whether you believe it or not, I hear everything that's being said. I hear the whole conversation. You know what I'm saying? From when they switch it, okay, well, let's go to this segment. We talk about this. I'm saying, what you think about this? What you think about that? So I'm hearing everything they saying, and I know, and I'm like, oh, I'm thinking I'm up the whole time, but I'm like in a daydream now. But long story short, for y'all that's out there that's trying to like say that Viral was sneak dissing, they wasn't sneak dissing me because I wasn't off lean on that episode of No Jumper. You know what I'm saying? Period. You know what I'm saying? I was sleep deprived, had to get up there to holler about something, and I end up doing the No Jumper news, which I haven't did No Jumper back to back since I've been going up there. You know what I'm saying? If I hadn't went to the studio and I was well rested, I would have been cool up there. So it got nothing to do with no lean. I was sipping no lean. It had to do with me running off low films, didn't have no sleep, and I was off the cookies. But what I do want to say, it definitely looked tacky. It definitely looked tacky on my behalf. See, you can't criticize me because I'm going to criticize myself when it's real. I'm not going to criticize what y'all going to criticize, but me looking back on it and looking at the segment, I'm like, man, oh, hold on. And they caught me snoring. It definitely does look tacky, and in a place of business, you don't want to be like that. I don't care what audience cater to it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want the audience to cater to Young and Jefe off that because that's not my character in or person. So, to the people that I was podding with, shouts out to y'all, you feel me? My bad, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Until, you know what I'm saying? Even Josh and Adam, everybody that was in the building. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I was running on low sleep, came up there, still did the news, squared away what I need to square it away, and that was that. It had nothing to do with no drugs and no lean and stuff like that, because that's the picture that, the internet, y'all gonna always trying to paint and try to, oh, yeah, you was off the lean or the Waukesha, and that wasn't even what it was. But with that being said, man, we gonna conclude that there, man. It's your boy, Young and Jefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe because it don't cost you nothing. And press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'm going to bring you mail.
Be acting like they own shit over there, my nigga. You feel me? Like, nigga, you don't own nothing over there, though, bro. Nigga, get to the hood. Nigga ain't got, nigga, we hand in front of somebody else's house. If you don't knock it off, nigga, I'm finna go in the house, nigga, take my shoes off, nigga, turn on YouTube, make me some content, and stay out you niggas' way. Because it be 10 niggas on the block with one strap. You feel me? I got my own strap. You feel me? I ain't passing shit on. And I ain't put my life in another nigga hands. So the fix all that, right? I'm just stay my monkey ass in the house. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And there's so much niggas telling out here nowadays. You don't know who's snitching. You feel me? You got a strap on you. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you got Crash, the FBI, the National Guards pulling out, going straight to you. But you want a nigga to come to the hood.